On the last one, we did a bunch of things, including coming into this cave right here, where pay no attention to the marker that's on the upper portion of the map. It says my runes are down there. I would like to blame my cat. It's really not her fault, though, so I guess I really shouldn't, but that sounds like a thing. I don't know, I'm just going to say I'm using a weapon I don't really care for, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Okay, so we'll get rid of that guy. We really need some throwing knives or something. That would be super duper handy. Hi, can I... Nope, we don't have any bones to use. So we're going to go through the cave today. There will be a boss in here. Come on. I apologize, it's very dark. It'll get less dark as we continue on. Hi, how you doing? 2 swings, that's good. Next one. You can kind of see that there's a dog there behind the outline. Okay, next one. Ooh, give me some bones. This might be the big one. Yep, this is the big one. This is the alpha of the pack here. Hi, how you doing? I'm going to spam the weak swings with my not supposed to be a two-handed sword. Two-handed sword. There should be more over here. That one is sleeping. Here, let's see. There's one more over here. We'll just go ahead and do this, because then I'll get rid of it in one swing. Pick up our first cracked pot, which is going to be a super duper handy thing. And we might actually have what we need to craft something with one of them. Go ahead and do another big chunky jumping swing here. Hi. Okay. I don't know how this fight's gonna go. The thing is, I'm trying to tell you, I'm really trying not to do a bunch of spoilers. I already kind of know who we're going to be fighting or what we're going to be fighting, because I've done this before. I mean, I'll be honest here too, there's something I meant to mention right at the beginning. I have recorded multiple versions of the first episode because I did one in HDR and one not, and I didn't notice a significant enough difference for me to have to deal with the very large amount of difference for bandwidth. Like, now I'm just gonna have to go with standard. It'll just have to be a thing. So we have one pot right now, so that's good. We'll go ahead and equip that guy, replace that with our pot, and that'll have to be a thing for us. But I was going to mention too, I don't know how much I mentioned it. I'm currently playing the game with some friends, and we're using the seamless co-op mod, so we've got 3 of us going on. There's supposed to be 4, but that just hasn't worked out, unfortunately. One of our friends has been kind of busy with some other stuff in life. I totally forgot you had that extra swing there. My bad. That was almost bad. I might actually want to switch to the dagger now that I think about it. If we can get the hemorrhage on this. Oh yeah, this is like some crazy stuff. Hi. And jump, or roll, whatever. Yeah, this guy ow. He's got some stuff that I'm not a very big fan of, because I don't have much range right now. Okay, going a little early there, and a little late there. Ow. Okay. Yeah, that went about as well as I thought it would with a knife. Alright, we'll give him one more try, although if you're paying attention, you know I already messed up one of the tries and forgot to grab my runes. That's what I get for using a weapon I'm not really all that comfortable with. I mean, everyone's got to do it at some point, but that's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. Okay. Go ahead and do your thing, do your charge up, and then you need to do the big jumpy thing, and do that. And that's about as much as I can get away with, is 3 attacks. And really, I should be careful there and probably only go for 2. Ooh. Okay. You're gonna do your bounce forward. I'm gonna go forward here and try and go under his blade. Ow. I forgot about that attack already. Okay. This is not going very well. Although I could do this. he doesn't like fire very much, so that's kind of a thing. But I also don't like getting hit very much, so that's also a thing. Oh. Hey, you need to roll, buddy. Just trust me on that one. Yeah, you're going for the stabby. I saw that one coming. Trying to go with the jump attack just because it has higher poise damage than some of the other attacks I could have gone with. Wow, I forgot your reach is that good, apparently. Yeah, I saw that coming. I mean, I didn't have any problem doing this with a claymore. I think because it has more stagger damage. So I'm able to kind of juggle him a little better. Poise damage, I guess, if you want to be, I think technical is the right word. So there's really nothing else in this room. It was basically just the fight with him, and then you get a talisman, so we'll return to the entrance. I guess I could have tried the Ash of War, but I don't really know what this one does. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't mind that. Anyway, let's go rest right quick. Kind of a shame, lost some runes, but it'll be alright. I'm not super concerned about it. Let's go ahead and put one more point into strength, just so that I can use this weapon one-handed now. I mean, eventually we're going to need more strength anyway, so I'm not super duper concerned about having to spend a point right there anyway. Oops, that was not very good. One of the things that's going to be kind of an issue for me is I'm not going to know what I want to upgrade in terms of weapons. That's going to kind of be a thing where I got to kind of figure that one out. I mean, I've played enough to know there are definitely some weapons I like and some that I'm maybe not as big a fan of. Where's that other dude? He's like, oh, right there. So I'm kind of not sure at this point what I want to go with. Other than I know I don't really want to use the straight sword. As we continue down the road and uncovering all the new things, there will be a whole host of weapons, and we'll eventually find the claymore, which I've mentioned before is one of the ones I do really like, but I kind of don't want to use that because I've been using that in my other playthrough, my friends, so maybe I'll skip that one. Let's go ahead and summon Torrent. And we'll just kind of go this way. There's going to be another thing I want to go back to, but I want to make sure, since I can't remember if I got to this one already. Okay, already got this one. My bad. Well, that's going to reset everything. Let's go over this direction. There's something I want to do over here right quick. And then we're probably going to go bounce to another catacomb or something.
Help us out, Cully.
I mean, maybe. The thing is, I don't see you unless you're a talking sheep. Talking goat sheep?
Yeah, you there. Stop pretending you can't see me.
I wonder if it could be this bush.
What'd you go and do that for? Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned, and so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me.
I'll take a mushroom. Those have uses, and especially when it's 10 of them.
Or, well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore. Right, I'm...
So that's all of his dialogue. So this is Bach, and we just saved him after someone turned him into a tree. And he is not terribly excited about going back to that cave that he used to be in where he was working. So it's one of those things where I feel kind of bad. We're going to be like, hey, Bach, why don't you go, go back to that cave and hook us up with something nice since we just, saved you from being a tree for the rest of your life. And let's get Torrent out. I want to go take a look. I forget if there are things up here. This is going to end up being a thing on its own. I know there's going to be ruin fragments, which these do have their uses. I'll occasionally throw them out for lighting, just because, it's nice to be able to see. And then we'll just climb up the side here. You can usually follow the leaves. That is kind of your clue that the game is like, hey, you can climb all over this. You can walk around up here. It's not a big deal. There's an encampment down there, which there's a dude on a horse. I'm not sure I want to mess with those guys right now. I'm not saying they're super hard or anything. I just I'm not feeling my weapons yet. I need better stats or better weapon or something, because I don't know. I'm just not feeling that here. We'll go ahead and collect that. And then there's going to be a few things over here. Mainly what I'm concerned about is getting this guy, so we'll go ahead and get you. Okay. That's going to be an Ash of War determination. That's, of course, from the various scarab beetles. I think we talked about them last time, but we didn't really mess with them. So the whole thing with them is basically just got to, run up and kill them before they are able to run away. And if you do that, then depending on what color they are, they will have something for you, which is kind of cool. We're going to keep going down the road here because I want to unlock another thing. Let's see, so that's the wrong way. Let's go this way. The way we were going was correct. A dude on horseback, probably going to ignore him. I mean, we can kind of see if he's worth playing with, but the thing is, this weapon is completely unupgraded, and I'm just doing crap damage and have, no poise damage or anything, so it's kind of annoying in that way. Yeah, see, his one swing basically just, is wrecking me here. Ow. I'll be honest, the way I'm used to going after these dudes, oops, totally missed there, is to just ambush them on foot, and I just will, swing away until their horse goes down, and then once they're on the ground like that, it's not a big deal. Okay, we'll take the frozen raisin, and 1 flask for our troubles, because, that was only worth 1 flask. Let me go ahead and get this guy here. We can at least get a good backstab on him. And we're going to end up passing by a bunch of stuff here because I'm not super interested in stopping for everything. But this is one of the really interesting things, I think, that you find in the very early game. Check this out. We've got these 2 gigantic, we'll call them trolls, because, well, technically that's what they are, pulling this wagon here. And if we stop and look at the wagon, it does have a chest right there, and that is something that we are going to want to look into in the future. I'm going to just kind of avoid these guys for the time being. I'm not really interested in messing with them. Let's see, let's go ahead and hit you, because you're the trumpeter guy, and then this guy is by far the worst one of the group. He has the magical torch that hits everything and stops everything. And we're going to have another guy on horseback over here, so we're going to avoid him. Again, if I had the materials to upgrade weapons and stuff, I don't think I would care that much, but it also is one-handed kind of light weapon. Not great for just kind of staggering dudes, and it's not fast enough to do a bunch of other things all at once, too, so it ends up being a weird combination of things where it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, not sure that I really want to mess with it. Come over here and pick up this item, a sliver of meat. That's going to be something that we can use with crafting. And then we got a bunch of crabs over here that are all gathered around some crab eggs, and that's going to annoy the big crab. And this guy, you probably don't want to mess with him too much, but he's really not that bad. I mean, especially if you're doing it on horseback like this. You can basically just run around him. There you go. And last I remember, these guys, this big one here is worth a good chunk of runes. Yeah, 318 is not bad. This stage of the game, that's pretty good. I don't want to mess with the dragonfly, but there is another scarab over here we can see. Now, if you're asking yourself, is this a trap? Definitely not. In no way, shape, or form is this at all a trap. Okay, got that. I'm going to get out of the way. Definitely not a trap. There was definitely not anything waiting to jump out of the water there and attack. Not by a long shot. Here, let's get up here. And just making sure no one tried to follow. I don't know if we can jump from this side. We should be able to with Torrent's double jump. Okay, come on. There we go. Slumbering egg. Now we can get those elsewhere. That's not the only place we can get those. And I think there's a site of grace down here, if I remember right. I mean, it looks like there's one, right? You see the shiny, I see the shiny, we all see the shiny. So let's go ahead and jump off here. I don't even remember which one this is. I need to look at the map to see where we are. In fact, I think I want to sit right quick just to kind of reset everything. I don't mind. So we are at... Okay, we're on the south side of the lake, so we're at the seaside ruins. Now, I just want to take a moment to look at everything here, because this is just kind of cool. It's interesting, too, because if you look just kind of straight ahead over the character's head, there's a shoreline over there. We're going to go over there before too long. We're not going to be out here all that long. But basically, there's also a thing down there. I haven't really talked about those, so let's go ahead and grab Torrent, and we'll go jump down there. Now, assuming I don't miss, this should be fine, right? This should be fine. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and jump off the side here. Totally missed. Excellent. Okay, let's try this again. That thing is down there for a reason. Hi, I would like my runes. I didn't mean to just ride right on past them here. Go ahead and grab them. Thank you. So let's try this again, maybe from this side. And I won't miss now, because it's like right here. Okay, so long as you're falling very close to it, you don't have to be right on top of it like we just did. That is basically a little thing that you can land on or around, and you'll be okay. It's not that big a deal. Now, there's stuff down here, and I'll be honest, I don't remember what's down here. In fact, I don't even know that I've gone over here now that I say that, because I don't think I recognize this as something that we have done. This might be a bad idea now that I'm looking at things here. Hi, how you doing? Oh, wow. Yeah, you've got a big sword, and you apparently have some sort of spells. Good. Good. Okay, we'll just see if we can use speed to our advantage. Nope. And get away from the spell. Ah, gravity spell. Because he basically just kind of pulled us in right there. Ow. Ow. Double ow. My horse. My everything. Yikes, buddy. Okay. Nope. Get away. Yikes. Holy crap. Okay. Let me move. Ow. I had a feeling he was shooting some sort of projectile there. I was not wrong. I really wish I had more cracked pots ready, because I would definitely throw them at him. Okay, probably going to get pulled in, and then that's a thing. And I need to move. I also need to heal. Okay, so it's fine. Yep, I saw that coming too. Oh, come on, one hit. There we go. I figured we can trade blows and we'll be fine. I don't think I've ever seen that guy before, so that was great. Ooh, Ash of War Gravitas. So he gave us a gravity-based Ash of War, and we are now out of healing pots, so that's great. Let's go ahead and craft another one of these guys while I'm thinking about it. We need to go buy more cracked pots, because if I'm going to run around with completely unupgraded weapons, I need help. There's no two ways about it. I can use the assistance here. Just go ahead and grab whatever this is over here. I know there's a big crab that wants to say hello. I'm not really concerned with the crab. We'll just kind of run around over here and see if there's anything on the edge. This is FromSoft. They do like to leave things around corners and on ledges and all of that, so just trying to be sort of thorough here. I mean, I'm not worrying about 100%ing the game or anything. That is... Oh, interesting. There's a cave right here. How about that? I'm going to mark that with a thing on the map, because... Well, actually, here, let's go in, because there's probably a site of grace in here. That would be my guess, at least. I mean, there's an item right here. Oh! This just blew my mind. Okay. I know exactly where we are. I mean, do you remember this? There's the guy sitting in the chair. There's the tree. I've never been over here. This is awesome. This is basically the beginning of the game. Boost holy damage negation, and we have fire damage negation. I think just because, actually here, just for the giggles too, we'll do the description on it. The ancient dragons who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Erd Tree would protect their lord as a wall of living rock. And so it is that the shape of the dragon has become symbolic of all manners of protection. Talisman depicting a gold ancient dragon boosts holy damage negation, and then this one over here, same description, talisman depicting a red ancient dragon boosts fire damage negation. Wow, okay. Well, that's awesome. I can now say that I have been over here, and there's no need to have this map marker, because this can, actually we can just do it that way. Yep. Remove that one, nice and fast. That is super cool. I've always wanted to come over here ever since I first played the game and saw that there's something that you cannot get to. I've been like, man, how do you get to that? Where is that? Well, it turns out it's right here. That is super cool. So let's go ahead and hit the spring. We'll go back up to where the grace is. Actually, you know what? We could just do it this way. Bit of an audible.
Tarnished.
Yes.
May I have a word?
Absolutely. I remembered we needed to come over here. So let's talk with whoever this is. And interesting, she maybe has something going on with one of her eyes, like Melinda does.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk, I surmise, is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
Yes, we've done that many times.
As I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erd Tree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest.
So she gave us the summoning bell, which is going to really help us out here with unupgraded weapons and someone who's terrible at the game. But as soon as I click this away, if you haven't already, look at her face. She has 2 faces. Look at her hands. She has 4.
Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the 2 fingers?
And away she goes into the night. So that was a really super cool, important thing that she just gave us, and is going to probably save our bacon more than once. But I wanted to come back here to talk to Calais.
Weren't you? Well, you're back.
Yes. Because, oh, do you have a new thing?
There are others of my people who yet survive in these lands. If the mood takes you when you meet one, then offer them some trade, won't you? My people, wanderers all have long been spurned by the grace of gold, which is why we cannot settle, but instead are forced into this pitiful, unceasing journey. But thanks to that, things are not so different for us now, though the Elden Ring is shattered. I think this makes us kindred spirits of sorts. Your people, the Tarnished, and mine.
Okay.
Perhaps you don't need to hear this, but see that no harm comes to my kin. We have a saying, we wanderers. Lament not your solitude. Expect no sympathy, no regard, nothing. But if anyone dares harm us, show them no mercy. That is our code, so to speak. Just the way we are, deeply unforgiving.
Okay, so more of his people out and about. We definitely knew that already, because I think he mentioned that, but if not, we now know for sure. So we bought the cracked pots, which we've been using to make the throwable items. Then he has a couple of cookbooks here. We'll just go ahead and hit the square key to see what else these come with. So we could do bone arrows, fletched, bone bolts, glowstones, invigorating cured meat, invigorating white cured meat, holy water pot, and roped holy water pot. I mean, the bone arrows might not be a bad one. And then he's got this over here, the flask of wondrous physique. A note sold by a nomadic merchant contains information about a flask of wondrous physique, or is it physic? Buy sick? I don't know. Further details are available only to paying customers, and we have one here about the Waypoint Ruins. Note about the Waypoint Ruins. So, just because I think these are kind of fun to buy, we'll go ahead and buy those guys, and that leaves us with not even enough to buy any other of the cookbooks. Now, technically, we do have items in our inventory that we can use these runes here to be able to buy those. But instead, let's look at the note we have here. A flask of wondrous physic still remains in the Third Church of America, north of the Mistwood. Cross the highway bridge and follow the animal trail north. Well, we don't know where the Mistwood is yet, so that will presumably help us in the future. Someone lurks among the Waypoint ruins on the roads through Limgrave. Okay, so a couple of kind of cryptic things here that don't necessarily do us a whole lot of good right now, but I think will end up helping us out eventually. We're going to go basically up to the northeast here, because we've already been in this area before, but we didn't really cross over where this water is, and we haven't really bounced around here, so I want to do that before we kind of get too far out and do other things. So that's the cave that we just went through today. So that's not new. We already know where that one is. We've already been around it. We've been in it. It's fine. And then we'll just kind of clear... Oh, these are kind of cool. I like these. Hold on, let's go up here. Let's jump up to this spot. And there's this statue right here, right? It's kind of a weird looking statue. It's a dude kind of all bent over and has very, very bendy bones. We'll examine it. Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. And if you look, there's now basically a flame, and that smoke from the flame is going into the ground over there. Okay. That is basically a clue to tell you that there is something nearby that you might want to check out. So we'll go do that. And right now, man, I feel like I should be murdering everyone possible right now for the additional runes, because the leaves from the Erd tree are falling, and that gives us a rune boost. If you look up in the top left corner where the health and etc. bars are, the rightmost icon is the one that tells you that you're going to be getting additional runes right now. You might not believe that's what it tells you, but that is indeed what it tells you. These guys are not really violent or anything. They're not aggressive, but, you know, they're runes. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so we can't really see the smoke from here, but we know it's definitely going in this direction. And the thing is, if we go right over here, there's a door. Look at that. It was leading us to yet another cave. And then here, just for the giggles, let's go ahead and kill ourselves an eagle because I'm a jerk. And that's how we get some feathers, which we are going to need at some point when we decide to actually use this bow that I keep forgetting exists. For now, let's go down here. And, oh, I see a skull. I'm trying to collect as many of these things as I can right now because since I'm not really spending a bunch of time farming, those are going to help out for being able to get extra rooms to level. Push open the door here and take a step inside, and we are now in the Stormfoot Catacombs. Alright, we have discovered a grace here. Let's go talk to this guy. I wish I had a proper voice for this. I don't know, we can try this one. Oh, a proper death I missed it. Have patience until the time comes, and the roots call to you. A proper death means returning to the Erd Tree. Have patience until the time comes, and the roots call to you. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That one works okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it right here. We will do this one on the next one, but just look straight ahead. There's a little face right there, and that's a guy. That room is bad news. I might have regrets wanting to do this one. Catch you in the next one, till then. Thanks for watching. See you later.